I only buy stocks that are down related to assets. If the stock goes up, you don't see me around because there's no bargain, and I only buy a bargain.
And the investment banker said, come on outside, Carl. So I come outside with him and said, look, he said, they don't like you at all. If you start buying more stock, we're going to dilute the hell out of you. He said, now on the other side of the coin, we'll give you don't have the stock too long, we'll give you a $10 million profit to walk away. He looks at me and says, do you want some time to think about it? I said, no, I'll take the $10 million.
Well, he told me I was crazy a lot of times in my life, so he's been wrong a lot of times. He told me I was crazy, so I wasn't too dismayed by that. I really believe that one of the problems in the industry is, and TWA is guilty of this, was guilty of this, that the real high echelon of management, the real top management, don't get into the pits and sit down with these guys and negotiate with them. And if I weren't there to say, wait a minute, fellas, and I go to my lawyers and say, hey, fellas, now come on, this is childish. Will you sit down, I'm paying your bill, will you get down here? And the lawyer say, okay, Carl, sure. And then I go and I see the pilots, and I say, come on, you're being childish. So you said, the lawyer said this and you said that because, you know, you're working for 18 hours at a time, feelings get high. But obviously I had a lot riding on this because I wanted to do it. And when we bought TWA, started buying it less than a year ago, the stock was 8. We're ending up paying 24 for it. They tripled the value when we from the time we started buying, so I think the shareholders love the situation.
Why is there the great divergence between real value of a company and what it's selling for? Ask yourself, why will somebody be willing to pay $60 for a Phillips Petroleum without management, but only $35 with management? What does that say about management? It's sort of simple. A corporation plus management is worth half of what a corporation is worth without management. An aristocracy is written in this country. It's a corporate aristocracy. Once a man gets to be at the level, gets to be in the corporate suite, it's sort of a nirvana for him. If you try to meet one of these guys, hey, I'll be out of pocket for the next 3 days. I'll be out of pocket. I don't know where they go when they're out of pocket, but they're always out of pocket. A real estate agent who I'm friends with told me incredulously, he said, you know, up on the 30th floor, they have a women's gymnasium. And I said, well, that's sort of lousy. He said, you know, they spend $100 a foot to have a whole floor that's a women's gymnasium. This is a true story. And I said to him, well, you know, it doesn't sound too good, but what the hell, they all do that. He says, no, the point is they have no women up there.
Part of my values is to make money, and I can't change my values. I mean, some people love art, you know, love to paint. If a great painter loves to paint, well, you can't, what do you do, criticize him because he likes to paint? Well, hell, I was born up with my values to make money. But what makes me happy or fulfilled about it is that I also believe that I'm making money by doing the right thing.
What did your mother say when you dropped out of medical school? Was she disappointed?
That's just a euphemism. I would say you're putting it euphemistically.
What did she say?
Well, you know, you needn't come home anymore. You made the great mistake of your life. He would love that I'm shaking up the establishment. Love that. I mean, maybe he would say, well, what are you making all the money for? You know, he might object to the fact that you have more money than a lot of other people.
Sometimes I feel there is no reason he really should work anymore, but then where is he going to go from here? It's you know, regular family, the husband works and there's always something, at least financially, to look forward. They're building, I mean, here it's not, I mean, how much more if he makes, it's not going to make any difference. The point is that he doesn't need any more money. But it's the game, as he says.
What do you need this for?
Well, it's a good question. It's a good question.
What do you think the answer is?
Well, it's like in a game. I mean, the money is like the chips or the points or something. I think it's not just the money. No, it's part of the game. But you sort of really are, in a sense, fighting a very strong establishment, and it becomes exhilarating to see if you can outmaneuver them.